How's everybody doing today? I know it's been I believe it's been 2 to 3 weeks since I made my last video, but I've been thinking a lot about this particular documentary that I watched a few weeks ago on Netflix. It's called The Trails of Gabriel Hernandez, and it's about it's based on a true story. It's a documentary. It's about this little boy that was being abused by his mother and her mother and his mother's boyfriend. I'm sorry, but as my sisters and a few friends of mine, they would tell me, Victor, you're gonna cry when you see this documentary, and you're gonna start feeling all these emotions or whatever. And I thought they were meaning. Like when you watch a chick flick or something that happens sad in a movie. I thought that's what they were meaning. But as I watched this 6-part documentary, I started feeling angry because this documentary also shows how the system failed this little boy. What I mean by the system, I mean the police. I mean child protective services. I believe this happened in New York, and the case was in 2013, I believe. And it just shows how the system is broken. How teachers would report this to the proper authorities, I guess, quote unquote proper authorities, and they would interview the mother, and they wouldn't even ask to see this little boy Gabriel. And from what I understand in this documentary, this young boy, he wasn't wanted by his mother. She had 2 other small kids, which were his brother and his sister. They weren't being abused the way Gabriel was. And as I watched, it seemed like none of his family wanted him. I believe he was with his grandparents for a period of time. Then he was with his uncles for a period of time. And, it's just a lot to go through. I really recommend you watch this documentary and keep an open mind. And honestly, for those of you that know me personally, you know that I am a Christian. You know my beliefs. But honestly, I have no other way to put this. His mother got life in prison, and her boyfriend got life in prison. And honestly, I hope both of those 2 people burn in hell. And honestly, no child deserves to be treated the way this little boy was treated. I mean, this little boy would literally spend his days and his nights in the shelf, and this little boy was beat to death. No child deserves to be beaten to death. The system failed this little boy. What we live. No child deserves to have the life the life that this little boy lived. In a short life, and no child deserves to have the life he lived. He lived a short life, and it wasn't a happy life. But I remember the part that hit me most in this video, in this documentary, I'm sorry, is that they were doing some kind of Mother's Day project at school. And even though he was going through what he was going through at home, he still made this little card for his mother, and I believe it said, "I love you, Mom," or something along those lines. And honestly, that's the part that hit me, because even though he was going through what he was going through at home, he still had love for his mother. And his mother didn't have any kind of love for him. And I hope and pray that you will go home if you have Netflix and watch this documentary. It's a 6-part documentary. I think each part is an hour apiece, I believe. Some of them are like a little bit shorter than an hour, but roughly it's like an hour apiece. And I just really hope, if you have kids or nieces and nephews, you reflect on the way you treat them. And remember, each child that we have on earth is a gift from God. And, honestly, I hope that you reflect on the way you're treating your kids, or your nieces or nephews for that matter. And I just hope and pray that you reflect after you watch this documentary. Again, this documentary, I believe it's called Trails with Gabriel Fernandez. And again, it's on Netflix. And I'm going to ask you to do this for me. I want you to go watch this documentary, then come back and leave me a comment on this video, on the bottom of this video, and give me your opinion. And thank you. I love you all. And I'll have another video coming out later on this week. God bless y'all. And it's all you.